Alright, welcome to another video by Johnny. So in this video, two students from class IELTS 40, maybe there will be more coming, but they are doing their regular speaking practice. So let's go to part 1, topic number 26 actually. We did 25 before. So we did environmental protection before, so we should do 26. So topic number 26 is about flowers, you know. Nói về các loài hoa, about flowers. So what kind of flowers do you like? Have you planted any flowers? What do you think about herbs or herbs? You can say herbs or you can say herbs, okay? It's up to you. Bạn nghĩ gì về thảo mộc? What do you think about herbs? Have you ever sent flowers to anyone? And are there any flowers that have special meanings in your country? Like, for example, in special occasions, people often give flowers. Okay, so Mr. Ng, please. So what kind of flowers do you like?
Yeah, I do like flowers because, like as an introvert, you know, sometimes I find myself feeling really peaceful and relaxed while enjoying nice flowers in my balcony or in my small garden, or some flowers that have been planted in my balcony. And I also have a habit of taking pictures of flowers after the rain because it looks really pure and relaxing to me. And I also feel most of it spending chunks of good time on my own and watch some of the flowers shining under the sunlight.
Okay, so tell me, Mr. Trung, do you like flowers? And what kind of flowers do you like?
Yeah, I do like flowers. I think flowers are beautiful thing.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm sure nó phải full đâu nha. I think
One of
it's
the
they're
most
beautiful.
beautiful things in the world. And to me, I really love the sunflower.
Oh.
Okay, because looking at a sunflower, it radiates a positive
It
energy.
stares at the sky, it stares at the sun and receive all the heat and energy, and it's very
Yeah,
how can I say, active, and it's just positive, right?
yeah, that's right. That's the reason why I love the sunflower. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, Trung, have you planted any flowers?
Although I really love the flowers, especially the sunflower, I did not plant or have any chance to plant the flowers yet.
Plant any flowers yet, I see. How about you, Tương? Have you planted any flowers?
Well, actually, I have much experience of planting flowers, but I do plant like two kinds of flowers in my balcony. Yeah, with the help of my grandparents and also my father. Yeah, but in the future, I do have some plans to plant some new more kinds of flowers and also plants as well.
Okay, so what do you think about herbs, Tương? Like, do you think they're helpful, they're useful? Think about herbs like peppermint, lavender, basil, thyme, rosemary, you know, something like that.
Like that's for using scent like that.
Yes, something like that.
Well, so I think that the herbs will help people both in medicine or like sometimes we can make use of them for, you know, what do we call it? you know, the one that we use candles to light it up in our room to use the smell of those plants, because I think that it will help us with our insomnia and also help us to have a have a good sleep. Yeah.
Very good. It helps with our mood as well, you know, because sometimes we feel terrible. The smell of these herbs help us feel better, I think. Right, Mr. Jones, so have you ever sent flowers to anyone?
Yeah. Okay, I occasionally send flower to friends and relatives. Um, I think if I were in the show, I would be really happy to receive flower
Oh.
from a person I know. So I occasionally send the flower to people. Yeah.
I see, I see. So, Mr. Trung, are there any flowers that have special meanings in your country?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so in Vietnam, we have two flowers for the traditional Lunar New Year. Okay, in the north, the flower is called Đào. In the south, the flower is called Mai. Okay, and they are in different colors. Okay, the flowers for the north is pink, and the flowers for the south is yellow. And these flower they only bloom in the spring.
They only
So
bloom in the spring, yes. It's the yellow flower, I think it's called the yellow blossom, I think.
yeah,
Or
and
something
so
like that.
these flowers hold special meaning in the traditional New Year holiday. It
Exactly.
brings
So, do you know the meaning of those things and why people buy them?
actually I don't know, but I but it's hold a special meaning to most Vietnamese people, and like 99% of Vietnamese people um, have these flowers in their house in their first days of the Lunar New Year. Okay, yeah.
Right. So I think it symbolizes wealth and something about renew. You know, like making things new again. Renewal. Renewal of life, I think. And it also has something to do with like people's wishes that the new year will be different, will be much more happy, with a lot more money, lots more money, something like that, you know. So, are there any flowers that have special meanings in your country?
Well, I think it's lotus. Like, yeah, the I think lotus is the flower that we usually use it to as a symbol of flower in Vietnam, right? And it's also it's usually mentioned in some Vietnamese folk songs, music, or in poems because it has a really elegant and also pure beauty. And and we usually teach our students at to be grow up as lotus because we use it as a elegant and also pure beauty to represent the represent the symbol of Vietnam. So I think that lotus has really meaningful meanings of Vietnamese people.
Right. But have you ever sent flowers to anyone?
Mm, no, I haven't. Because actually that I have sent some, like artificial flowers to my mom on Vietnamese Woman Day, but I don't actually buy a real flowers, a real pure flowers to send to anyone. But I do send the artificial flowers to my mom on her birthday or on some special occasions.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, let's go to part 2 and part 3 now, shall we? Okay, so we're 26 already. Let me choose 31, I think. Okay, so should be here. We did 30 already. So now it's time for 31. It's about art exhibition, you know. Triển lãm trưng bày nghệ thuật. Art exhibition. So 31 is describe an art exhibition that you visited. Okay? You should say when you saw this exhibition, where the exhibition was held, what was on display, cái gì được trưng bày ra, and explain your impression of the exhibition. Phải giải thích được là cái ấn tượng của các bạn về cái triển lãm đó như thế nào. Like, is there any feeling you have for the exhibition? What are you impressed by? Something like that, you know. Okay, and you have part 3 of art. They ask about what can art bring to life. Nghệ thuật có đem đến cuộc sống điều gì? So people think about art, people think about beauty, you know. But beauty is a very subjective subject. It's a very subjective thing. Because some people they think it's beautiful, but some people they don't like it, you know. It's very subjective. Nó rất là chủ quan, phiến diện. But it's not objective, nó không có khách quan. Bởi vì người này thích, người này không thích chẳng hạn, người kia không thích chẳng hạn. Okay, but what art can bring to life? Think about beauty, think about the values that it can bring to people. Because try to think about what would happen without art. Would life be boring? Would life be full of sadness? Would be full of something very boring? And how would people behave if their environment are not beautiful enough? Nếu mà cái môi trường ta làm việc, người ta sống nó không có đẹp, thì con người ta cái tâm trạng như thế nào, con người ta đối xử như thế nào? Think about that. And something like that, you know. Okay, next question. Should the school system include and improve the teaching of art? Why? This art in capital letter, viết hoa như vậy, it means a subject in school, you know. Nó là một cái môn học trong trường, nó tính là môn nghệ thuật. Hệ thống trường học có nên bao gồm, có nên thêm vào và cải thiện cái sự dạy cái môn nghệ thuật không? Hay môn vẽ hay không? Tại sao? And next question, do people have different concepts of art and why? Concept, not concept, okay? Concepts of art. Con người ta có những cái khái niệm về nghệ thuật khác nhau không? Tại sao? Like, how do you define art in your eyes? Làm thế nào các bạn có thể mà xác định được art là cái gì, you know? Thế nào là nghệ thuật? Like, for example, if you put objects in a certain way, that is art for you, is it? Đặt vật thể, vật dụng theo một cái cách mà mình nghĩ là nó sắp xếp theo kiểu đẹp, theo cái ý của mình chẳng hạn. Or is it colorful? Does it have to be colorful to be art? Có cần phải là nhiều màu sắc hay không? Or is it depend on different style of art? Can you give examples? Like, just give more examples. Think about different kind of designs, you know. Like some products, they are much more expensive because the producers have to spend money, have to pay the designers to design the product in a certain way that it looks aesthetically pleasing, you know. This is a new word. Aesthetically pleasing. Đã mắt đó. Nhìn rất là đẹp về nhìn rất là đẹp về thẩm mỹ, thỏa mãn về thẩm mỹ chứ. It's so it looks aesthetically pleasing, so the customer will buy them, something like that. Okay, next question. Why are some artworks? So we have the word artwork with S here. It's tác phẩm nghệ thuật. So it's equal to works of art, you know. Why are some artworks expensive? Tại sao một số tác phẩm nghệ thuật lại mắc tiền như vậy? Think about the fact that the artist, the one who makes them, have to undergo many decades or maybe many years of training in order to be that good in their art. So they should be compensated somehow, you know, maybe. Like for example, if I have spent almost 20 years to teach myself the piano art, so that's why I can be relatively good like this. So, but the problem is, a lot of people, they do not appreciate those facts and they want people to play for free, you know, that is unfair, for example. But that is another story, but that is not related to this question anyway. Why are some artwork expensive? You need to think about the many years that people spend honing their skill, to hone their skills, để mà trau dồi kỹ năng. And think about the fact that the political or cultural value of the artwork. Mình nghĩ về cái giá trị về mặt văn hóa hoặc là giá trị về mặt chính trị của những cái tác phẩm nghệ thuật đó. Like for example, one artwork represents the culture of a region, for example, or it represents a movement, một cái movement, một cái phong trào nào đó chẳng hạn, về chính trị chẳng hạn. Or it has other kind of values. So maybe that's because of that it's expensive. And also think about the fact that it's unique. Có 1, không 2. It's unique, đặc sắc. And you cannot find the second piece anywhere. Không tìm được cái thứ hai đâu. Có 1, không 2 thôi. It's unique. So it's different from products that are mass produced, you know, được sản xuất hàng loạt. Think about that. Đương nhiên đồ sản xuất hàng loạt thì nó sẽ rẻ hơn rất nhiều. Mass produced products are of course much more cheaper compared to unique artwork, you know, of course. And it might take many hours or or maybe even years to produce some artwork, you know. Có thể tốn nhiều năm mới vẽ được bức tranh đó chẳng hạn. Okay. Next question. Why are some people like to collect famous paintings? Tại sao một số người thích sưu tầm những cái bức tranh vẽ nổi tiếng? I'll let you decide, okay? Okay, 31, you have some time to think now. Alright, let's do it. Mr. Tương, please, can you describe an art exhibition that you visited? Please, be careful with the verb, okay?
Okay. So, actually, I'm not a person really like fond of some kinds of art exhibition because I don't understand, you know, really much of art or paintings or sculpture. Yeah, something like that. But I once went to an art exhibition because of my friend invitation.
Invitation.
So she asked me to go to an art, you know, a small art exhibition with her last year, and it was held by an artist that like her favorite artist. So she asked me to go there with her. It was held on the ground floor of the apartment, so it was kind of small, and the atmosphere was, you know, cozy, and it helped me to release my stress, and also really like the kind of the creative things and the decorations in the art exhibition. So when I walked inside of the art exhibition, I was kind of impressed by the paintings, the sculptures, and everything that was on display because I like the mixture. I like the mixture, how the artists created every pieces of art, And
Okay.
what made me the most impressive about the art, one piece of art, is because I can feel the sympathy, and also
You can
like
feel what? You can feel what?
when I read information on a note
When I read
besides
information
each
on the
art.
note, yes.
Yeah, yeah, besides each art, like I understand the case or the situation when the artist
Okay,
created
gần 2 phút
any.
rồi, near 2 minutes already.
Yeah, so I really impressed by her creativity, and how she makes the colors to create each art.
Okay. Alright, so Trung, your turn, please. Describe an art exhibition that you visited, please.
Okay. An art exhibition. An art exhibition I visited. Uh, I'm not sure this is an art. Is it? Uh,
Exhibition.
uh,
Exhibition.
ex
Exhibition.
okay. Exhibition, right? Yeah.
Exhibition.
Regarding an art exhibition I have visited. Okay, so when I was a child, my parents took me to, let's just say, the Institute of Oceanology.
Oceanology.
Yeah, okay, so it's like
Oceanology, I think.
this play had a big impression on me, and until now, I would love to go there time and times again. And so, there's not much people because all we need to
Not
do is,
many people. There's not
yeah,
many people. I think someone is
yeah,
entering the room. What
yeah.
is that?
There's not many people, or uh, because actually, they don't have a curator, you know.
A
Uh,
curator is a person who, I think a curator
yeah,
is a
yeah.
person who collect art, isn't it? Moment. I
Someone
need to check the
like
word. I need to check
uh,
his word. A person in charge of a museum library. Cái người giám đốc is like a manager of the place.
and like a museum tour guide, I think. Okay, so we struggle to do the self service. We need to find the room, the places to go. Okay, so and but I think it was interesting because we could go anywhere we like in this museum. Okay, so there was a big uh bone of the whale, right?
You mean a big remnants, right?
The
It's
bone
basically a
structure.
skeleton. You can use the
Yeah,
word skeleton
right.
or
That's
bone
like
structure or
yeah.
skeleton. Yep.
Like a big skeleton of a whale, and well, it was so huge and vast. Okay, all right, and not just me, but everyone would be really impressed by the size of this skeleton. Yeah, yeah,
The
we
size of the
like
skeleton.
our height could not stand a chance again. The
It's like we
height,
it could not just stand a chance against a fight against them, right?
yeah, that's it. Okay, and we're just really small
Careful.
compared.
It's like nearly 2 minutes already.
Oh yeah, okay. So,
Don't get too
so
carried away with past two, task two, okay? Đừng có
yeah,
bị carry away, đừng có bị giống như sao nhãng nha.
yeah.
You have only 2 minutes for task two, remember.
Okay, this exhibition, yeah, big positive. This exhibition left a big positive impression to me, and
On
it
me, on me.
on me, yeah,
A big impression on me.
uh, and it influenced me on my
It influenced
uh,
me.
interest in the animals. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Right, okay, let's go to part 3 of art then. So, Mr. What do you think? What can art bring to life? I think we have another person entering the room. Oh, that's Phúc, yeah. Okay, folks, so we are doing part 2 and part 3 already. So if you want to say something, please feel free to ask me, okay? But we are doing 31 now about art. Okay, so Tường, please. What can art bring to life?
Well, I think that it really depends on each person that art will brings. It will have some different meanings to each person, but I think that in general that art will like give some meaning and help to understand our world.
Ah,
Because art appreciation that can improve our quality of life and also makes us feel good. Like when we create pieces of art, like sculptures or paintings or craving, we elevate our mood and we can improve any skills in our life, improve our ability to like problem solve and
to solve
like
problems,
can open
yes.
our
To solve
we can
problems
open our
and
minds.
open our minds, broaden our horizon, mở mang các chân trời. To broaden our knowledge or horizon or view of the world. Cách nhìn nhận thế giới. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, and also I think that art can also heal our body, minds, or body, whole soul, right? Because when we look at some forms of art or any pieces of art, we feel really relaxed and also peaceful. Yeah, it also
It
boosts
depends on
our
what kind of art you're looking at, because some art does not make people feel relaxed. For example, music. I mean, it can be exciting, you know, and or some kind of art like monument. When you look at a monument, you don't feel relaxed actually, because it's so huge. For example, so it depends.
Yeah,
People can
I
have
kind of
different. Yeah.
like
Yes, please.
some kinds of paintings, like some kinds that we draw about slice of life and or some scenery paintings that will make us feel relaxed. Just some kinds of it, not all of it. Yeah, I think so.
Right, I see. I see. Right, okay, so Jung, please. So what do you think? Should a school system include and improve the teaching of art subject? Why?
All right. I do believe the school system should include and improve the teaching of art. Uh, um, uh, there's a research
There's a
that
research, yeah?
uh, there are more than one intelligences. It's like there are about 7 or 8 types of intelligences.
No,
And
intelligent is uncountable.
yeah,
Remember.
intelligent.
So,
Okay.
8 or 9 types of intelligence. Không đếm được nha. Chứ nó phải là types of intelligence.
Okay.
Types of intelligence.
So for the school system, which ignores
Which
the
ignore, yes.
ignore the importance of art, they focus on 3 or 4 types of intelligence, and they don't fully
They don't
uh,
fully appreciate, yeah.
develop the potential of the students. Okay, so if they include and improve the teaching of art, okay, so the school system could el- you know
Could do what?
uh,
Hmm.
could nurture,
Could
okay,
nurture.
nurture and develop uh, other types of intelligence from their students to the fullest potential. Right?
Yes.
And it's a good thing, you know.
Right, okay. So Phúc, are you there? Right. So can you can turn on your microphone now, Phúc? Right. So talking about art, do you think the school system should include and improve the teaching of art? Why? What do you think? Like art here is a subject, you know, cái môn nghệ thuật á. Do you think the school system should include and improve the teaching of art? Why? What do you think?
Well, my opinion,
Think about teaching them in different ways. Instead of being in class and only 1 hour per week, they could do something else, like bringing students to museums, maybe let them do art projects more, or maybe try to organize events with art, something like that, you know. Just try to improve and include the teaching of art in schools. Do you think it's a good thing, and should we do that? Something like that, you know.
well, in my opinion, I think that we should improve and improve the teaching of art. Like, we can get children to the museum to have them learn more about art, how famous.
Okay.
Vẽ bức tranh
To paint, to draw paintings, you know, isn't it?
không, bức tranh nổi tiếng.
You mean to study about like famous paintings?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? What you mean?
Yes.
But it might be one of the solution. Maybe anything else? Right. So, in your opinion, Phúc, what can art bring to life then? I think Tường has just been kicked out of the room because of her internet. Oh. In your opinion, Phúc, what do you think? What can art bring to life? Nghệ thuật đem đến cuộc sống điều gì?
Actually, I'm not a people who interested.
I'm not a person who.
I'm not a person.
Okay. I'm not a person who is into art, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't care about it much. Actually, I don't care about art much, but I think like art help me, art help people like.
Something wrong with your speaking, I think. Anyway, so Trung, what do you think? Do people have different concepts of art, and why?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
what is art to some people might be different to other people, you know.
Yeah, I do agree that people have different concepts of art. Like the art is more related to feeling and emotion. So yeah, so so different people have different emotions and feeling towards the arts. That's why they have different concepts for the art, okay, and different favorite art styles, right? Okay, for example, like a child, they tend to like pricing, unorganized, uh, bright, unorganized, and silly things. Okay, so but adults, we tend to like think to be in detail.
In details.
In detail, with sharpness, and in balance and order. You know. Okay, so yeah, that's why. That's why I think people have different concepts of art. Yeah.
Right, I see. Okay, how about next question? Do you know why some artwork are expensive? Why are some artwork expensive? You know? A hard question, isn't it? I know it's a hard question, but maybe try to answer that. Or maybe try to answer the last question. Why do some people like to collect famous paintings? What do you think? Mr. Trung, please. Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening. Oh, okay. So the reason why people like to collect famous painting. Okay, so to support it idea, I think the that painting provokes some specific uh emotion or feelings from the collector. So they need to collect the painting to keep it to enjoy and to feel okay when they want to feel looking at the painting uh, yeah okay so I think that what
Is it just for enjoyment, do you think?
mm,
You know, paintings tend to increase, their price tend to increase after some times. So maybe it could be seen as a kind of investment, you know? Like they can
ah
resell the paintings for a better price, maybe? Have you ever thought of that? You know?
mm, yeah
You know, any kind of
uh
artwork, they tend to increase or improve their prices tend to increase through time. So maybe it could be seen as a good kind of investment, you know?
yeah yeah
Think
all
about
right
that.
yeah
Alright, so I don't know where Miss Dung is. Maybe her internet is really bad now, I think. Anyway, let's go to the next question. Oh no. Let me just move this one here. Okay, so next question is 32. And that's about describe a skill that you think you can teach other people. Oh, Young is here. Perfect. Describe a skill that you think you can teach other people. Hello, you.
Hi, teacher.
You're late. Anyway, we are at speaking part 2 and 3 now. Topic number 32. Describe a skill that you think you can teach other people. Miêu tả một cái kỹ năng bạn nghĩ bạn có thể dạy được những người khác. And you should say what it is, kỹ năng gì vậy? Who you can teach. Bạn có thể dạy ai được. How you can teach others. Bạn dạy người ta như thế nào. Explain how you feel about teaching others. Giải thích là bạn cảm thấy thế nào về chuyện dạy người khác. Interesting topic, right? And then you have part 3 about teaching and learning. But maybe I should move this thing here and move it back later so you can see it easier. You can see it easier. Okay, so let me move this one a bit here. Okay, part 3 about teaching and learning. Should teachers make jokes or be funny when they teach? Người giáo viên có nên là pha trò mà buồn cười hoặc là pha trò với học trò khi mà họ dạy không? What qualities should teachers have and why? Người giáo viên có những phẩm chất nào và tại sao? Which do you think is more important, practical skills or academic skills? Bạn nghĩ cái nào quan trọng hơn? Cái kỹ năng thực tế hay là cái kỹ năng mà về học thành, học thuật, học vấn? Which age group is the best at learning new things and why? Cái nhóm tuổi nào là tốt nhất ở chuyện học những thứ mới, tại sao? It's not always children, you know, because I have taught many people and it depends a lot. It's not always children who is the best at learning new things, so you should think out of the box, okay? Hãy suy nghĩ ra ngoài chiếc hộp, suy nghĩ thoáng chút xíu. Không phải lúc nào trẻ con cũng học tốt nhất đâu, những thứ mới đâu. Because I have seen and taught many different kind of people. Sometimes it's better to start learning at the age of about 20 or something like that, you know, or 19 or 18 years old. It's not always about children, you know. Alright, so think about this one. Alright, Phúc, can you start? Describe a skill that you think you can teach other people. Sorry? No, you first. There's a lot of time I allow you to think about this one. And you know 5 different kind of sports, and you also speak English relatively well, and I believe that your school's exam results are actually quite good as well, so you might be able to teach someone younger than you, maybe, you know. So let's try it. Phúc, please describe a skill that you think you can teach other people.
Well, I think I am the one who go.
I am gonna là chết rồi. Gonna
am
going to. I am going to.
I'm going to. Không, em có nói I am going to.
Okay. Okay, Phúc. Okay. Dương, please, your turn.
Well,
Let's do it first. Phúc, I'll let you do it last then.
Okay, so
Dương, please.
for me, so I can teach people. The most easy skill is a housework skill. Yeah, because I'm doing.
Say again. What do you say? What kind of skill?
Housework.
How to do housework. I see.
Yeah, so for me, I'm doing it every day, and right now there's still some people they cannot learn that skill how to sweep their house or clean their house. So I'm usually do it so I can teach them properly.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I can teach them everything from sweeping house, folding clothes, or cleaning the house, sắp xếp là gì vậy?
Or organizing and rearranging.
Organizing the items or box in the house. For me,
Rearrange items. Yes.
so I have do it a lot of time teaching my friends, also my brothers too. So for me, if they can do it like every day, I'm really pleased about that.
Okay. Right, good enough, I think. Okay, Trung, your turn, please.
Yeah, all right. I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. Where are we going? Yeah.
Describe a skill that you think you can teach other people, please.
Yeah. So I think one skill I think I can teach other people is how to take care of the cat. Okay. So for the people I would teach the skill is the new people, the people who are new to cats. They don't know how to take care of the kittens, and to teach the skill, okay, they need to have a love for cats, or they need to be, and they have to be really patient. Because the cat, in my opinion, the cats are just like babies. They are spontaneous. They are unpredictable. Okay, sometimes they are annoying, but sometimes they are very affectionate.
Of course,
Okay.
they're always affectionate, I think.
Yeah. Okay. and teaching the other how to take care of the cats is better for both parties, for the people who are in love of who are in need of affection from the pet, and for the cat that don't have a house to live in. Okay, so it's a win-win situation for both sides. Yeah.
On both sides, I say. Right, so your turn please to describe a skill that you think you can teach other people.
Oh, I think that I really love cooking and baking, but actually I'm not really good at cooking because I have a different taste with other people. So I think that one skill I can teach other people is baking. And because I just have like basic baking skills, so I don't think that I can teach for those who already have like the skill like me, like immediate person. I just can teach for the beginners, like those who like have first move in baking. And yeah, as usual, when I teach other people, I'm going to ask them what kinds of cakes, like cupcakes or cookies or pancakes, do they want to study, and I will tell them which ingredients they will need for each of the cakes. Yeah, and so when everything was served, everything was ready, we started to look at the instructions and follow step by step. Well, actually, I don't actually like to share or to teach other people my skills, my baking skills, because as I mentioned before,
You
I'm not
wanna
really
keep it to
good at it.
yourself, you wanna keep it a secret, right?
No, actually, like I just have like normal and basic. So when I share it to
Oh,
someone
that's why.
else, when I share it to someone else, I feel really
One nè kìa.
when I
I would
want
like to.
yeah, I would like to share it to someone else. I feel really embarrassed and
Okay.
shy by myself because I'm not really good at all. I just bake for myself and like my family to enjoy my cakes. That's all.
I
So
see.
it turns out to
Okay,
be
good
really
enough then. I think it's good enough. Yeah, I think. Alright, Phúc ơi, your turn now. Don't evade the question. Describe a skill that you think you can teach other people, please, Phúc.
Yeah. I am the one who learning this literature is better than another people in my another student in my class, and I believe that I can teaching
Literature? Are you sure?
no teaching people how to use vocabulary reasonable and how
Vocabulary in science? No?
no reasonable. Hợp lý thầy.
Oh, what? You mean physics, right?
No, văn thầy.
Literature.
Yeah,
Literature. Okay.
literature.
Okay, what about literature? Can you teach them?
I can teach them about how to use words reasonable,
Reasonably.
reasonably,
Reasonably.
and how to write more interesting. How, um, well, I can like the perfect age for me to teaching is about 10 to 15 years old. And actually, I don't have them much. I just uh, buy for them a famous book of famous writer to have them learn about how they use words in their essays. And actually, I after half them, I feel like um actually is fun, but is make me a little like a quite is make me quite tired.
Okay, good. That's good enough. See, it's not that bad. I think maybe you are just tired. Okay, let's go to part 3 of teaching and learning. So, Young, please. So, should teachers make jokes or be funny when they teach? What do you think?
So it depends on each people's sense of humor. As a teacher, if as a teacher, their sense of humor has to be really, really good and like excellent when they are having a joke while they teaching, because they will give the student for
Because
easy.
that's how people attract students and to keep their attention, right?
Yeah, and it's easy for learners to to study. But if they have a bad sense of humor, it's
Terrible.
another reason. Like they will be considered as người vô duyên là gì?
They will be considered as being awkward. You know the word awkward, right?
Yeah, I know.
Awkward. Nó kỳ lắm luôn, vô duyên lắm luôn á. So they will
So
be
it's
considered very
considered
awkward
as
and
being awkward. And if there's a really important lessons and if they have big jokes, it's really hard for the students to understand what they are learning.
I agree. So what do you think? What qualities should teachers have and why? Trung, please.
Yeah. Okay. So, in my opinion, the teacher should okay. So the teacher must have a good attitude towards their career.
2
Okay.
words, yeah, not Taurus. 2 words.
Towards their career. And the teacher also needs skills and knowledge as well. Okay, so attitude, skill, and knowledge. Okay. For the attitude, uh, uh, they they take their job seriously. Okay, they care about the student, they care about the result, about the student who they are teaching. Okay, so for the skills, they need to, for example, okay, you are an English teacher, you need to be a good skill of English, and
English.
for English, okay, and for the knowledge, like you are uh, teaching the biology or you are teaching medicine. Okay, knowledge is really important. So I think 3 qualities required for the teacher is attitude, skill, and knowledge. Yeah.
Okay, good then. So, Folk, please. So, what do you think is more important? Practical skills or academic skills? Like, for example, important for what? It's going to be important for your life, for your work, for your study, for your enjoyment, maybe. Which one do you think is more important?
Well, in my opinion, I think practical skill is suitable for me, and I think practical skill is more important. Like if we should learn, like if we learn academic skill, we just remember it, and when how can I say?
It's hard to apply that it's hard to apply the academic skills to in a practical situation, right? In life,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes.
Can you give example?
But, yeah, we like
Yes.
when I studied biology in my class, my teacher teach me how to uh, ， how to 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 （ kiểu nghiên cứu rồi
Okay,
á.
just a moment, please. Someone's calling me. Okay, Phúc, what did you say?
Well, when I study biology class, my teacher teach me how to study uh, about thought, about thought.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came to the labs,
Yes.
and when I came to the labs, I
It's hard to apply that skills to lab work,
yeah
right?
I don't have enough right to kill that fox, so I can do it. Yeah, and it's very difficult to apply
That
that
knowledge to in a lab situation, right?
situation.
Right. So I'm not really pleased with this answer, though. So, Tường, what do you think? Which one do you think is more important, practical skills or academic skills?
Well, I think that like I think both practical skills and academics are important because like some people will rely on practical skills more in their careers and others will rely on like what they've learned in colleges or universities and so some some academic knowledge and practical knowledge are like two sides of the coins and both of them are really critical in someone's careers or jobs because I think that society and that will need people with practical skills who can easily solve any problems in their lives but there's some jobs that will need some highly like academically highly trained people such as teachers, doctors or engineers because it will help a lot when they're highly educated when they're in
Mm-hmm.
university or colleges. So I think that if we want to have good teaching method or like good teaching way, we should like balance between having practical skills and academic skills so that uh, like we can strike a balance between those skills to improve our teaching more. Yeah, I think
I
so.
see. I see. There you go. In my opinion, I think both skills are equally important. Practical skill and academic skills, both of them are equally important because without one of them, you would not be performing at your best ability. Like without enough knowledge in academic skills, your practice would not be good enough. Or you might make mistakes, or you might not understand whatever you're doing. So, but in other case, if you only have academic skills, which is a problem in a lot of people who graduated from schools but have no practical skills, then you are only the one who have the knowledge, but you cannot really do any practical work. And that is a problem because, in a job, of course, you must have good practical skills in order to survive well, in order to serve an organization or company. So I think both of the skill sets are important, Cả hai đều phải quan trọng nha. Alright, so Trung, what do you think? Which age group is the best at learning new things and why? Try to be more creative, It's not always about children.
Yeah. I think it's hard to decide which age group is the best at learning new things because every age group has its good size and bad size. Okay. For instance, uh, the young learners have really good learning capacity, but they don't have any motivation. They easily get distracted. Okay, and sometimes they don't have the discipline. Okay, but if they are into something, if they curious enough, okay, then they can exploit their full potential at learning a new thing. And for the old learners, okay, yeah, they can be slow at learning new things because they have the experience. Sometimes they are afraid of trying new things, but they do the things or they learn with uh, patience, okay, with care, and every step they make sure to not make any mistake. So
Any mistake? Any mistake?
mistake, yeah. So it's really hard for me to decide which age group is the best at learning new things because every age group had their own uh, advantages and disadvantages. Yeah. Yeah.
I see. I see. Right, so what do you think, Young? Which age group is the best at learning new things? Remember, when you first came to me, you were in grade 8, 3 years ago,
Wow.
was it? And do you think it was the best age at learning IELTS? For
No.
example, you know.
So actually, I think about teenage, like my age, around 17 or 18 is the best age to learning because at this time we know everything and we can having plans. We can have
Okay.
plans and know how to organize our schedules frequently. So it's actually a best age to learning everything from new language
New
new
language to...
new information, new knowledge. So for me, at this time, I'm a bit of distract because of a lot of things. So I'm a little bit dumb. Yeah.
No, don't use those words.
So
Remember, formal words only. Academic words, okay? Dumped is informal. Do not use that. Đừng có dùng cái từ như vậy. Trời ơi. Try again. Try again. Say that sentence again. Please.
So as my age, it's a really perfect age to learn everything, even new things too.
Okay. Alright, so tell us. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Next topic. It's about 33 years. Describe a live sport event you watched before. Miêu tả một sự kiện thể thao mà coi live luôn á, tức là coi trực tiếp luôn á, mà các bạn đã coi trước đó. A live sport event can be an event that you watch from home, but it's broadcasted live on TV, you know. Or you yourself are at the stadium and watching the event in person, you know. Có thể là hai trường hợp. Thứ nhất là mình có mặt ở ngay cái sân vận động đó luôn để coi trực tiếp. Hoặc là trường hợp thứ hai đó là mình ngồi ở nhà coi TV truyền hình trực tiếp. You should say when it happened. Nó diễn ra lúc nào vậy? Where it took place. Nó diễn ra chỗ nào? Who you watched it with. Bạn coi cái sự kiện đó với ai? And explain how you felt about this experience. Bạn cảm thấy thế nào về cái trải nghiệm này? And you have part 3 of sports event. Remember, even though you don't like sports, but you still have to be able to describe these things, okay? Dù có không thích sport đi nữa cũng vẫn phải tìm cách để mà describe nha mọi người. Or try to make up a story. Bịa một câu chuyện nào đó. It's fine. Do you prefer to watch live sports or watch on TV? So, with this question, it's kind of give you a hint that you should talk about this one as an event you watch it in person. Với cái câu như vậy, nó sẽ gợi ý là mình cái live sport nghĩa là gì? Là mình phải coi trực tiếp luôn, đứng ngay cái chỗ sân vận động luôn chẳng hạn. It can be an event like a sport day in school, for example. Có thể là một cái ngày giống như là ngày thể thao trong trường chẳng hạn. Or anything that is sports and you watch it in person. Bất kỳ sự kiện nào mình coi live, ví dụ như là kéo co trong trường, sự kiện team building xong rồi kéo co trong công ty ha. Right, something like that. Water sports, and you watch it live, for example. Okay, do you prefer to watch live sports or watch it on TV? Bạn thích coi thể thao live luôn hay là muốn thích coi trên TV? Why do some people like to watch live sports? Tại sao một số người thích coi thể thao sống luôn, live sport luôn? What kind of sports do Vietnamese people like to watch? Con người Việt Nam thích xem những loại thể thao nào? Do you think competition is good for students? Bạn có nghĩ rằng cái sự tranh đấu hay là cái sự mà cạnh tranh là tốt cho sinh viên học sinh hay không? Think about what would happen without competition. What would happen without contests or exams? Would students want to study? No, they wouldn't. Competition is basically something that drives people to achieve better. So without an exam, like for example IELTS, people wouldn't be serious with their study, you know? Anyway, that's just my opinion. You can raise your opinion about this one, okay? Okay, practice time. Now, so Trung first, please. Can you describe a live sport event you watched before? Careful with the verb, okay? It's past tense.
A live sport event I have watched was a volleyball match, a volleyball game at my mother's company. It was a long time ago when I was still a child. It happened right in the you
The
know
what?
yeah, the company they even had the field for the sport event to
Okay.
take place.
Like a sport field, right? Like a field
Uh,
for the sport event. The company must be a good one then.
Yeah, I must say it's a good company, but because the company, in like in a small town, okay,
Small.
so
Kéo
a
dài. Small town.
small town, so plenty of unused property, you know.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
bad.
okay. And so the people have really were I mean the people were really good at playing the sport. I was stunned, okay, by how fast and how strong their movement were.
Oh.
Okay, it feels like they can they radiated or they can transfer the heat from
You
the
mean
game.
they radiate the heat or the energy, right?
Yeah, okay. They radiated the energy from their own and from the game towards uh, the audiences. Okay, so it's very interesting to watch this event, a live sport event. Yeah, I must say.
Okay, great. It was actually quite good. Now, okay, so Phúc, please, your turn. Describe a live sport event you watched before. You are a sportman. You should be able to describe this one with relative ease. Một cái sự dễ dàng tương đối, tại vì em là người vận động viên thể thao.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am the one who like buy different sports, and I always go to a live sport event.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I remember a lot is a football match. Of like a football match between my school with the
With another school, right?
with the strongest school in my district. And
wow, that sounds like a very fierce competition, yeah?
yeah, and it will happen What happened 5 months ago and took place in the biggest stadium, like not a stadium, it's just a small, like it's just a small kiểu gọi là cái sân bóng nhỏ này.
Just a small football court.
It's just a small football court, but like have a lot of like famous football player uh, in my district go to there
Go
and
there, go there.
go there.
The only
And
court I really know is food court, not football court.
and I watch it with my best friends, and actually when I watch this after I finish, I think I shouldn't go there because I don't want to see
School.
my school to lose, and it actually happened. My school doesn't go any score, and the strongest school go 11 score. Is a terrible
I see.
sport event in my life.
Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, so your turn, please. I think Tường has just been kicked out because of the net again. Please describe a live sport event you watched before, please.
So I watched the most famous live sport is I remember that is a football match from I think it's from 2022 because I remember at that time there's a Vietnamese football match, really interesting. But that is the only first time I watch it online with my father because I haven't never watched a sport event before. I just accidentally watch it, and it's actually really good, and I really quite like it because at that time Vietnam football teams is actually good. They uh, and so I watch it with my father, and for me, this is the first time I watched a sport match on TV, or even the first time of my life. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Right. Let's go to part 3 now, and then we end this one and we can finish the lesson. Okay, so Mr. Trung, please, do you prefer to watch live sports or watch on TV? Try to expand the idea. Like, why do you think that's the way it is? Give some example, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm not a fan of sport. Yeah. So I do uh to watch live sport or to watch it on TV. Both are fine with me. Okay. So, but I love to, but I prefer to watch live sport. Hmm, Um, it when people we have the chance to go out rather than being a couch potato. Yeah.
A couch potato. I'm being a couch potato now.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, you go out and you meet friends and people, and somehow in the stadium you meet new people as well. Okay. And that's it. So I prefer to watch a live sport. To watching it on TV. Yeah.
Okay, right. So, Young, please, why do some people like to watch live sports? What do you think? What can the atmosphere of the live sport event sounds like compare to if it's a recorded event, you know, and you watch it back?
So
Think about the fact that you watch it live. It's right in front of your eyes. Compare to when you watch a recorded footage. A recorded footage băng ghi hình lại. What's the differences? Why do some people like to watch live sports then?
so I think live sport is actually live sport actually when there's the atmosphere right there or the mood right there is actually really cheer, like kiểu nó hớn hở ấy, phải gọi là sao? How can I say hớn hở?
It's like a very, very electric. You can use the word electric as an adjective to say that something sounds like, you know, như là nhạc như là giật gân. Okay, it's like an atmosphere that makes people very hype. Or you can use the word hype as well, you know. The hype, the atmosphere, the vibe, the energy. You can feel it. It's like that.
Ooh, so the atmosphere right there, it's really high. It's easily help everybody right there feels nó là sao ta quên.
Okay.
Love it, yeah. And
okay, so Young, what kind of sports do Vietnamese people like to watch? Try this one.
okay, so is it most easily is actually football because every football match have Vietnamese right there, and nowadays Vietnamese football is actually de developing really high, yeah.
Okay.
So Vietnamese people really love football match. Usually, they can watch another, but I think usually it's football.
But that is not what a part 3 should be like, you know. Okay, folk, try it. What kind of sports do Vietnamese people like to watch then? And why that sports, but not other kind of sport? Tại sao người Việt thích coi football vậy mà tại sao không phải là môn nào khác chẳng hạn? Try to think about it, you know.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, I think that sport, people like to watch more is football, and the reason why they like it, I think, because like is a king of sport. The first one is football is king of sports, and the second reason is like sao đây? Tinh thần thể thao của dân tộc.
The sports, the sport spirit, I think. The sport spirit, I think.
The sport spirit of many people is very.
I'm not so sure if e-sport is considered in this question. Thể thao điện tử, e-sport.
Maybe.
Well, it's a kind of sport, right? You never know,
Yeah.
because you know, chess, international chess is considered as a sport. Cờ quốc tế, cờ vua cũng được coi là môn thể thao mà. It's also considered as a sport. So why not e-sport, right? So if you have watched Korean e-sports, maybe Canadian, American esports, you would see that it's a really competitive kind of sport, you know, right?
But like esport in Vietnam, the player Vietnam is not like
You mean it's not so developed enough? Oh, come on. Vietnamese people, they
no,
play
it's
game
not.
very well, actually.
But actually, as like is like their skill is not enough good to in the international battle.
Okay. All right. So, do you think competition is good for students?
I think yes, maybe, because competition will help them to practice more in maybe in sport, so they have the competitive and competitive energy, so they can learn.
So they can try harder and harder to achieve more in life, no?
Yeah. So and also they can maybe achieve really another high of that competition, maybe from everything, like in sport, then we can achieve like gold medal
Gold
while they are
medal.
learning. And it's actually good for their health while they are trying. Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's good that we end it here, because I feel like today your performance aren't that great. Like you are not at your best. Okay, so try to practice more. Try to practice at home more about these topics. Okay, and of course watch those videos again, please. Okay, class, you can do better. Don't worry too much. Okay, don't stress. You can do better. Okay, I'll see you then. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh để đăng ký kênh á, để mà các bạn sẽ được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.